No, like I like
Oh, Wilfredo.
yeah.
Okay.
Man, where you from?
Where I was born,
Yeah, like, where you from? Where you born?
I was born in the Dominican Republic.
Okay, okay. And what is your history of culture, of your culture? Like, what is the history?
Well, you want to know about my history? It's a lot of things about my history. Like, why did, what you want to know?
Um, like, what was the role of your religion, or like,
My religion is Catholic. Uh, Catholic growing up is Catholic. My religion. Uh,
how you grew up, or like,
when I
was
grew
it
up,
what was the differences from here and like?
when I grew up in the art, it was poor. Coming from the art to the United States, it was different. Living in the United States, being poor in the United States is being rich in Dominican Republic.
Mm, okay. And what was like the major like cultural differences? Like,
Culture different.
yeah, like,
Speaking English. Also like I learned here about races. Like about like in the art like everybody's the same.
mm-hmm.
Like everybody's like we don't say, oh, I'm black, or I'm white. Over there we say I'm Dominican. You know what I'm saying? Like the white people, like the light skinned people, and the other say the Dominican. The black people say the Dominican. And then when I came to the United States, it was different. Like like that's when I learned about people being racist.
What was like the most important figures
In my
in your
in my life,
in your culture or in your life?
in my culture,
Oh yeah, while being in DR.
like like the culture, or the belief. Like one of the things that we believe in my culture is to respect the older. Like we respect the older a lot. Like if let's say somebody, I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say if I get in trouble, right? I couldn't get. My mother could. My mother would give me a pow pow, or even the neighbor. If the neighbor see me fighting, she would give me pow pow. Like the culture, like the respect like people. And that's one of the things that we do. We respect our people, like the older people in our culture. It doesn't matter if I don't know that person. If that person said to me, stop, whatever, I have to stop because she's old. That's the way they raise her.
Okay, and like, what was like your favorite type of foods?
Type of food that we ate.
Yeah, like, what was your favorite type of food?
My favorite food in the art, we call it the Dominican fry.
The Dominican flag?
Yeah, I'm going to explain it. It's rice and bean, rice and bean, and chicken.
And chicken?
Yeah, because that's what we eat when you're poor. That's what you eat.
But that's what it's called.
Yeah, we say or you can say dame los tres golpes. Give me the 3 hit, and for breakfast. Like for breakfast, the 3 golpes is mango. Mango is mashed potato with cheese and egg. You know mango what you eat?
Yeah.
Mashed potato? The mashed plantain, that's the 3 golpes. Or somebody would say, dame la bandera. Give me the la bandera, I mean the bread. I mean rice and bean, chicken and rice, bean, chicken, and chicken. That's like we, there we go. We don't have to say, give me rice and bean. You say, dame la bandera dominicana.
Yeah.
And then we already know, people know what you want to eat.
Yeah. What role does your family play in your culture?
No, my role.
Yeah, what role does your family play?
My mother, it's my main thing in my culture. I learned everything from my culture because my mother. That's the way they raise you at home. That's how you learn your culture.
Okay.
Because you learn all that culture in your house. Your mother tell you about the religion. Mother tell you about the history of the country. How it is.
So was it like all some of the parts of like Dominican Republic dangerous?
Yeah, like where we grew up. Some parts it's like in the United States. Like you got like where I live. It's called Huachupita, Wale, and now people call it, they call it in the thing, they call it El Capotillo, because they switched the name, now they call it La 42. That's why you see like people like all this dance now, they say La 42, that's El Capotillo, because it's like real bad. It's like, it's very good. You know, it's really, very bad. You know, and it's different. They are like different. Like they are people like the police. You know, when I arrest you, if you do something, they fuck you up first. They won't chill. They will fuck you up. They will shoot you. They will fuck you up first before they take you to the what you call that, to the police station. You understand? And I said another thing too. If they catch you robbing, that people can kill you. Yeah. If you rape like a girl, if they catch you, they can kill you right there. It's different. Like when it comes to politics and law enforcement over there, it's different. If you got money, you can even brag the popo. You know, like if somebody say I'm drinking and I get stopped, I can tell the guy, say, yo, no, get it, and I can give him like 500 pesos. Or I can give him, 1,000 pesos. That's like maybe like $10 in Dominican Republic, or $100, in whatever, and we let you go.
Wow.
Yeah, that's like,
So when did your mom decide for you
My mother
to
came-
go back to, move to the United States?
To go back to she came here in 19. My mother left me when I was 1 year old. She came in 1968 to the United States, and I was 1 when she left me to come to the United States.
And that's what she had to do, or she just?
She had to do it because she had to do it to come over here to better light to, so for us. And then, like the, when people, when you rich, they give you what they give you. You think how people leave money to you, like una you say.
Like a stash?
No. When you rich, and people say, and your will, they're gonna leave money. You understand what I'm talking about?
No.
If I'm rich and when I'm ready to die, I was okay. My will, I'm gonna leave money.
For your kids.
For your kid, right?
Okay.
My mother, because my mother was poor. My mother, the thing that she gave her will that she gave us was, she went to the post office and she got the application for us to become citizens of the United States. And that was our thing. She said, because I'm not rich, I'm gonna give you your thing. This is your thing, how you gonna become rich in the United States. She gave us like the application to become a citizen. And that's how we, and then I became a citizen. I went to school, I did my thing, and I'm doing well. That's, and she said, I cannot give you no money, I cannot leave you, but that's what she gave us. And that's it. And I remember that going to school, it was weird, because in DR, when you go to school, right? Like somebody comes to the school, when the teacher comes to the school, when the teacher comes to the classroom, you have to stand up and say good morning to that teacher, even if that's not your teacher. Let's say 5 teachers come, you have to get up and say good morning to that teacher, good morning or good afternoon. Here, when I used to do that thing in school, people used to look at me like I was crazy. You understand? And thing like, for example, like we used to get hit in the art. Like if a teacher talked to me, I couldn't talk back. Like I used to hear the kid talking back to the teacher. And I just was like, the education was different. And when I went to school over there, like here you get breakfast.
Yeah.
We ain't get no breakfast over there. We don't get no freaking lunch. We don't get nothing over there. Now they get it. Now they switch But when I was growing up, nothing. We don't. And like my mother couldn't pay public school. We used to go to a lady, like was this little lady that she used to teach. She was a teacher, and we used to go to her house, and we used to she would teach us there. And then when I got better, then we went to public school. It's different. Like you can
make fun of you?
Huh?
I know a lot of people probably trying to make fun of you.
Well, here in the United States, yeah. And when I came to the United States, yeah. In the United States, yeah. Because it was the culture. Like I fought a lot when I came here, like, because I didn't know in English, and they're African American, they always said to me, they said, but you black. And I know I'm Dominican, I thought I was African American. And I would say, no, I'm Dominican. But you black, everybody. No, I'm not. Like, I always tell, I know my color is black,
Yeah.
but they thought I was black American. I
Yeah.
said, no, and then when I started getting older, that's when I started learning. When I went to high school, I started learning, like, when I went to more, I learned a little bit. And then in college, that's when I learned more about African American, about the story of African American. I didn't know nothing about it when I was in high school. The only thing I knew about, black people were slaves.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I learned. But in college, then I learned like this, that. I learned more. It was more specific because people was just talk about that, different culture, like thing about races. I learned that thing was when I went to college. Like I used to, like in the United States, I saw it, used to see it. Like when I was in high school. In high school, I didn't even felt that shit. Being like, because I used to hang out with white, but Spanish, that was nothing in high school. We never had that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we never had that drama. But when I went to college, that's when I said, oh shit, this is crazy. Like, but, and then in DR, I never learned that shit. In DR, we like, you see a guy like me, like real dark, with a fucking beautiful white girl or whatever, that was his wife or whatever. We didn't have that shit. Like, but in some part they got that shit. They racist. It's everywhere you go. But you see it more in the United States. Here it was more like more. It's different.
Is the food the same over here?
No, it's better over there.
It's better
over there.
Over there.
Like the food cooking is better. Because the cooking, it's like fresh. Like, it's like fresh. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, you're in the street, you're hanging out in the street, people pass by, a guy be selling mango, fresh mango. Like they call it for the tree and they be selling that shit. And or you see people, they go to the river and they get fish and they be selling fish in the street. And people buy it, or crab, whatever, and then you cook it and shit like that. Yeah. It's different. And you see that guy with, it's like a bicycle, the three wheel, and they got a bucket, and then he be selling plátano, he be selling orange, he be selling stuff, he be selling like a bunch of stuff. And you buy it, like they go to the same area, like around 10 or 11 before people cook, and they go with the bike. So we say aguacate, and then my mother said, yo, dame the aguacate, dame banana, I made this to cook for that day, And then like in the afternoon, another guy comes like for dinner to sell yuca. Like, they come, like, like people who gonna sell like like they eat yuca and plátano y huevo, like for dinner, and that's what everybody eat, and that's what they buy all the time. That's the same shit you eat every day, because that's what they can afford it. They cannot stay, like, I can't stay because now I got money, but yeah. It's different. And then also, like in DR, right, it's two things. You see, when you grow up in DR, let's say you're 14 and you say you don't want to go to school no more, two things. You don't have to go. They tell you don't have to go, but you're not coming to my house. You have to work. That means you have to get a job. Like you have to work, like get a job. It's not like you're going to, like, you know what I'm saying? You have to work, get a job, but that's how you go. They want you to. I said, you're not going to, but now if you stay, then whatever. But I said, Joey, if you play baseball, if you say, you know what, I don't want to go to school, I want to just play baseball, they put you in a thing for baseball. And that's your thing. You go to, if you see you're good, they're going to put you for baseball. And that's like, you have to try to make it in baseball. If you don't make it, then you fucked up. Then you have to, work in the street, working somewhere. You don't got no career, But that's how they do it.
And what made you want to play sports? Cause you
sport? No, I used to. In DR?
Yeah, what made you want to?
I was playing baseball because that's the thing that's what you see in DR. In DR is baseball. Baseball in DR is the main sport, and then everybody want to be like like one of those, like the professional baseball player. And then then I used to play baseball in DR, and then when I came to the United States, because it was so much sport, I didn't want to play baseball. I wanted to become a boxer. That's the main thing that I wanted to do. I wanted to become boss. And then my mother didn't like that. My mother, I used to fight a lot in the street, but then my mother didn't like that because I went with a black guy to the house because the guy in the when I used to go to the boxing place, he used because I can fight. He used to put me with a big kid. You know, like I was maybe like, let's say I was like 10, and he used to put me with a fight with a kid that was like 14. You know, they was bigger than me, but they were like I was fighting, but they used to fuck me up, you know. And then I'm like nah, and then from there, then my best friend Ski, we used to play two-hand touch, like we two-hand touch. And then I hated how to play football because I didn't know how to play. And then they started teaching me, playing two-hand touch, and then I got better, you know, but I couldn't catch. I was fast, but I couldn't catch. And then I started learning. And then me and Ski, we said, yo, we're going to try out for the football team. And
Yeah, football over there.
and Kenny here. And then I came, and then when I went try out, right, I couldn't speak English, you know. And I made the team, but I want to be with Ski, I want to be in varsity, but they put me in JV, you know. And then I said, I want to be here. And then they switched me, because they saw I was like real fast, and I can hit, you know. And then I played maybe like 4 games, and then 3 games, some shit like that in JV, and they moved me up,
varsity.
you know. They said, no, they said, oh no, he's crazy, he's good, he don't speak English, but he's fast. And then I went to play, I played like 3 games, 2 games, some shit like that. But I used to practice for both of them, and they left me in varsity. I think it was like 2 games I played, and they left me there, you know. And they used to put me in special teams, they used to put me in all the special teams, because they knew I couldn't hit, I can run, I can hit. But you know, I didn't know my play because I couldn't speak English. And when I started learning my thing, I was getting better than I started. But that's how it was.
Well, you just now, like then, you just starting to learn everything.
No, I started learning.
Oh,
I didn't know shit. I didn't know nothing. I came here speaking just Espanol, man. I was like 11 or 12. I was like freaking already, you know. My mind was not like, my mind was like very open. My mind was not like, you know, I already knew the street in DR, and then I come here, I already knew the street. You know, I'm more mature. I was not like a 10 years old, you know, like, you understand? My mind was open. I knew the street wide, you know, and then, you know, I was mature in my mind to be 10. To be 10, like, you know what I'm saying? You know how you got kids at 10 years old, they like, you know, no. My thing was like when my mother used to tell me, right, my mother used to leave me, you know, I was 11. My mother used to, don't come out, stay in the house. When she used to go to work, I was in the street. I used to come down to school, and my brother used to stay in the house. My brother used to stay. And I said, no, I'm not going to stay in the house. I used to be in the street hanging out with my boy. And then by the time my mother used to come, I'd be in the house. Like, you know, my brother never told, oh, mommy, daddy, and, you know, my brother never told my mother that I was in the street.
So how was your other siblings? Like, how did they adapt? Was it easy for them to adapt?
Yeah, my brother, like my brother Santo learned English more faster than me. Because he stayed in the house. When he used to come to school, he used to watch, I remember, we used to watch when NTV came out. When NTV came out, he used to watch NTV. And he used to sing every song. He used to sing the song. He used to sing the song. Like sing, like I'm telling you, they sing, you know, like, what the fuck? And I said, yo, ¿cómo tú sabes? Yo veo say, I see the video every day because they used to repeat the video all the time. And he used to fucking sing every song, but he couldn't speak English. He couldn't speak English, but if he heard the song, he used to sing the song. Like sing the song because he used to see it so many, and he memorized it. Yeah, and then like him, and my brother was real smart. He's still smart. He's real smart. But guess what? He was the smarter one of us, and he was the one who dropped out of high school. He dropped out when he was 12 years old. When he was in the 12, he was ready to graduate, and he was like, I think he was like an honor student. He dropped out to work. Him. But you know, it was different. You know, it was different culture. Like, you know, growing up, it was different. Like, you see, like us, the hair like this, we couldn't have that. You go to DR back in the day with lock or shit like that, they cut it.
Wow.
They would lock you up and they cut it.
Wow.